Hello and welcome to Kimboshi Sumo, where it is the Chonko Hour. So, Sean, today we're presented by UCC Canned Coffee.
UCC.
All right. Obviously, the big news is the Hakuho leaving the JSA. And so there's this idea that he's going to create a parallel organization. We don't know what that might be. Whether he's creating something that actually competes with the JSA, he's not. That's not what's happening.
No.
But he's talking about wanting to spread sumo to the world. He's talking about International Sumo, cooperating with the International Sumo Federation. We've talked about a lot of his financial backers are also associated with International Sumo. So I want to do a mini draft here. We are each going to take 3 boys that we are going to say would be our picks to start a new league that is not quite rivaling the JSA, but is designed for International Sumo. So I got 3 criteria for you, sir.
All right.
Our picks need to keep an eye on plausibility.
Yep.
And it needs to be someone who's actually going to leave. Because guess what? Hoshori and Onosato, would they be the number 1 pick? Yes. Are they leaving the JSA? No, there's no way. And even someone like, I don't know, Atami Fuji.
Yep.
He's too young. Why would he leave, right? Okay, so those are our plausibility. We also need performance. We're looking for someone who's actually good.
Okay.
So, I don't know, you could get some of those veterans down in Makushita right now, but are they going to do anything for you just to be a name only?
True.
Yeah. And we want, my third P, which I don't remember anymore, it was about progress. There we go, progressive. Yeah, how are they going to develop? How could they lead it forward, right? Okay, so with that in mind, how do you want to do this? You want to go first or second?
We'll keep it the same. JSA goes first.
My man. Well, okay, here's the deal. If I am starting an international league, right, the guys who I actually want to pull away, the first thing I need is my anchor.
Are you pulling away as Hakuho?
No, dude, we're both in international league.
We're both?
Yeah.
All right, so I understand.
Play along. Criticize our picks if you want, or tell us who your 3 that you would be based on those 3 criteria. Who would you pull away to start a new league? He's got notes.
Let me
The
pull
boy's
out
got
my
notes. Yeah. Okay. I need someone who's my actual anchor, right? They need to be good. They need to have enough meat left on the bones. And hopefully they have some cachet and some history. So I was actually looking at only guys who have won a U show. And that's hard to get guys who've won a U show but would consider leaving. And I landed on Shodai. Ooh, that's my number 1 pick. Here's why. Shodai is a former Ozeki.
Yep.
He has won, right? So you can parade that around internationally. I don't know anything about this guy, like his personal life or his mentality or whatever, but he strikes me as a guy who does something that I really like in sumo, which is that he seems to protect his body.
Yes.
He seems to give up on a match if he thinks he's lost. So that's actually an international athletics kind of mentality, right? Like protect your body. So I don't know that he is so much of a leave it all on the line for sumo. I think he has other things in life that matter to him.
Yeah.
So that tells me I think he's a guy who wouldn't be swayed by the idea of I need to be attached to the JSA. I think he would walk away if you were paying him. Because he also cares about money. Let's be honest.
Of course. And I'm wondering with kind of his, I don't know, personality. I don't know if he's burnt out. Maybe. You know, he always seems dejected. You have that question of, is he really giving it his all the time?
Yeah.
Maybe a change of scenery will light a fire under him and Hakuho will get him into gear.
I think that'd be really cool. So that's who I'm leading. That's my anchor. Who you got?
My anchor, I'm kind of going towards the kind of golf realm.
Yeah.
And when the Live Tour broke away and they poached the elder statesman, I'm poaching the elder statesman, Tamawashi. Tamawashi from Mongolian. He is elder. He's a tank. He probably still has 5 years left in him, the way he's going.
He could go to at least 50.
He does not get hurt.
Yeah.
He's Iron Man for a reason. He has enough cachet. He's up there, mid Magashira. You know, I think he would be a good addition.
2-time Yusho winner.
2-time Yusho.
That's a great anchor, dude. I love that.
Yep.
Okay, Tamawashi is a great pick. I love that it's the Mongolian connection too. Like maybe that's someone who Hakuho has some sway with, even though Tamawashi a couple years younger than Hakuho still. I was gonna say he's not older than Hakuho. It feels like he is, but he's not. Hakuho's like 45 and Tamawashi's like 40? No. I don't know. Whatever. Not
I
important.
want to say he's only 40.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's older than Hakuho, I think.
Either way, very interesting. Love that pick. Love bringing someone like that in to help you build that organization.
Yep.
So my second pick, here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone who I have some growth moving forward.
Yep.
I have some fan interest. I'm a big proponent of the idea of what is interesting about sumo is open weight classes, right? And I'm gonna wreck you here, man. I'm sorry. This is gonna ruin your heart. I need this to be someone who's good, but is maybe starting to see their ceiling, and maybe like if there's someone like Atami Fuji or Hakuho, they're not gonna join. They still have these dreams of ozeki, right? Like I don't know that they're like, maybe they are, whatever. There's a case for them.
Yeah.
But I'm picking Asakoryu. I stole your boy. Because you get that storyline of everyone wants to see the muscle man, the little guy, right? That's something in some ways more attainable. One of the things that was interesting about Lionel Messi in soccer is how short he is. And this idea that in soccer, like you can do something like, you can learn a skill like dribbling, and it doesn't matter that you're not 6'2". Yes, you're not going to be a striker, but Lionel Messi is one of the prolific goal scorers of all time. All that stuff, right? He's still, now that he's playing in America, you see kids with these Miami CF jerseys all over the place. So Asakoryu is this idea for me that I'm like, he's the dream to aspire to. He's very young and has a lot of meat on his bones. He's extremely accomplished at the Amazumo level, amateur sumo level, international sumo, whatever phraseology we want to use. But there's so much meat left on the bones. But now he just came off a 10-5, so maybe at this point he has his dreams of grandeur. But he's a guy who maybe at some point in his life he hits Komusubi, but that's it for me, in my opinion. So I'm taking Asakoryu number 2 to go with my Shodai pick.
All right. So my number 1 on my big board is still available. So I'm taking it. And that is Hakuho.
Oh, baby! Okay. I was making the anti-case for this, but I know what you're going with here. Tell me about it.
So Hakuho, he obviously trained under him. It was Hakuho. He's great. He has the potential. He checks all the P's. Plausibility, I think is very plausible. He's very loyal to Hakuho. And
we've talked before about how many of the Miyagino guys, first of all, 4 of them, I think, just retired immediately after the stable got moved over. And now that Hakuho is left, another at least 2 of them, like Raiho was one of like these actually pretty well thought of recruits are bailing when Hakuho's gone. Hakuho has not retired. I don't know that he's going to retire or whatever, but like this, I totally buy this. I buy this.
And the big knock on it is his injuries. And we both know that Hakuho wanted to take the time to not overtrain him so that he can recover appropriately. If he's back with him, he will take the time to recover him. He'll rehab him right back up to top 1.
I love this. This is super interesting. If Hakuho did get him, that is insane. But I follow the line, the argument. I follow the logic there 100%. My last pick. So if I'm just going to have 3 guys these are my guys who are going to go on my press tour, right? Who are going to build this thing up. Hakuho has talked about wanting to use sumo to build society, to contribute to society. He's talked about wanting to bring sumo to the world and the world to sumo. I'm taking someone from American Amazumo. There were 2 guys that I was tantalizingly close to. This is my big surprise. I don't know if you guys follow Amazumo, but you should. I'm going to try to cover it more on the channel here. But there are 2 guys who I was considering here, and I've talked to you a little bit about them, Sean. But one was Edibor Ponyeha. The guy is insane. He's a multiple-time U.S. national champion, competitor in the International Sumo Worlds. He's going to be in September. He's going to be in Thailand competing at World at the 85 kilograms and under division. He's an insane athlete. However, because I'm having monsters like Shodai in my league, I think Edibor has so much potential, but I actually want someone a little bigger. I'm picking an older guy. He's not old, but like older than Edibor, right? I'm picking Seth.
Sensei Seth.
Sensei Seth, right? Okay, so here's the thing. If you've seen him, Seth also is going to be in Worlds in Thailand. He represented America at the light heavyweight division, so that's 115 kilograms in Poland last year. He's good. He picked up sumo out of nowhere, and like, the guy is good. And what's interesting to me, go back and watch his videos preparing for Worlds and for Nationals. He like hired professional sports scientists to build a specific regimen. The guy is an athlete, and he has this competitive edge and this mentality that he wants to be the best at what he's doing. Okay. And so that's why I think I would take someone from amateur sumo and throw him into guys like, is Seth going to beat Shodai? No, he's going to get cleaned up. Is he going to beat Asakoryu? I have no idea, but I know that he has the determination. So if someone like Hakuho was coaching him, if someone like Hakuho brought funding in from his major sponsors like Sankyo, like Toyota, literally the automotive company Toyota, if he brought those guys in and surrounded Seth with the training and equipment and training sparring partners he needed, like think that's a guy who would devote himself to it. It's a guy who already has some sort of following. He opens up the American market in a way that no JSA athlete is going to do. And he opens up this sort of guerrilla marketing side, which is what sumo itself is trying to do, where the staples are starting their own YouTube channels.
Yep.
I'm doing Shodai Asakoryu and Seth Adams. Those are my picks.
Those are good picks. All right, my last one, I'm going international. I'm going Onishiki.
Oh, see, this is. I didn't make him because I think he has too much to gain by staying in the JSA. But break it down for me.
No, I think he can. I think the trajectory is still there, even if he was in another league.
Mm-hmm.
I see it as, and I know nothing really about his personal life. He came from Ukraine. He put in the time, the training. Progress is huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, double-digit wins.
Mm-hmm.
But plausibility, I'm not sure how entrenched he is with the JSA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not how, like, being Ukrainian born, does it hold that much more power for him to be on the top of the ranks, say in JSA?
Mm.
Or if being number one in the Sumo Grand Slam Hakuho's tournament, would that be just as good? So I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go.
This is super interesting. I do see. So first of all, in international sumo, Ukraine is huge. Look at 2023, the results. Go back and look. Like, Ukraine is huge in international sumo, along with Georgia. There are other countries that are not just Mongolia and Japan that are big, and Ukraine is one of them. So that's interesting. If you could get him, and then these inroads to the Ukrainian Sumo Federation, these kind of ideas. But also, you made an interesting point about when you said, I don't know how entrenched he is with the JSA. I think he's incredibly entrenched with his Oyakata, which is not a high-ranking Oyakata. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think he has all the respect in the world for his Oyakata and his stable, which is a relatively small fish. It's not like he's fighting for Dewa Naomi or something like one of these big boys. So I give you credit for your point there. And by the same token, I think he is interested in amateur sumo. His mentor who brought him over, someone he met in international sumo, and then was in a college in Osaka. He was training with him. He basically lived as a foreign exchange student when he was going to high school, and had basically an older brother who was a college sumo star. So, like, there's that connection to that world as well. Again, him and Hakuho, I didn't take them because I didn't feel like they succeeded my plausibility check, but I 100% agree. I understand the pathway you're saying with it. Yeah.
And can I give a bonus pick?
Okay.
Bonus pick from my team coming off the bench, Inho.
Oh, come on. Well, dude, he's extremely loyal to Hakuho, guys.
Extremely loyal.
Yeah.
Former stablemate. He is down in Makushita, maybe, or Juriyo.
Yeah, he's
teaming those lines. So, and the international audience loves him.
That's true. And he gets a little
there is a
story.
resurgent right now on Instagram videos. Larissa's getting pinged with these messages with her family. Hey, have you seen this match? And it's Inho taking on huge people.
That's interesting because they don't follow.
They don't follow at all. It just came across their algorithm.
Similar with Uda. Uda goes viral for people who don't watch sumo.
So I'm thinking Inho.
I love it. So either way, let us know, what are your 3 picks? What did we do wrong? Who do you think has that course of plausibility, would maybe leave JSA, but could also benefit a potential new organization in the world of international sumo? But other than that, the Chonko hour is over, man.
Chonko hour.
Good little business, man. We gotta go back to work.
See you.
See you.